I'm Lauren.
I'm Jeb. We're the Saez family, and this is our story. About 2016 is when we started coming. Calvary, what it offered was we had a whole bunch of friends going here. What I really liked was when you came here, the services always just touched your heart. And then with having our 2 kids, the child ministry here was just awesome.
We were jumping in and listening, and we're like, hey, we need to actually dive in and be a part of this. And I was just hungry for it.
So the last year, she ended up getting diagnosed with breast cancer. And so with that, the cool part about it was that first day was that original gut punch and tears and okay, here we go with this. But that night we prayed on it, and literally the next day it was all right, you know what, nothing but just happy tears and just making it a God thing.
You know, after that first gut punch, my reaction when I woke up was, I'm gonna make a praise list. And I just made this amazing praise list, and I shared it with my family. I'm like, this is what I'm pouring in to my heart that I wanna listen to, and I wanna share it with you because we're gonna praise Him, we're gonna get through it. That very first week, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be with this diagnosis. But I was signed up to serve in 4th and 5th grade, and I showed up and I shared with the leaders. And then they circled around me and prayed for me, and it was just this incredible, physically surrounded by the church.
You know, we were both baptized as babies, but the more and more you read and the more you talk to people and the more studying you do and all that good stuff, you realize that, hey, you know what, I gotta make this decision as an adult, right? And so with having our 10-year-old and 13-year-old, and then my mom at the church, and then all of us talking, and it was just, praying over it and having good dinner conversations, and it was you know what, this is something that we should do, we should look into, So, and then obviously, with talking with our kids and explaining everything to them, and they were like, heck yeah, let's do this. Proud of my kids for taking that leap and just trusting in God and just doing that as a family.
It was so joyful, and it was amazing to just hold them and know that they were experiencing what we had just felt 1 second before they went. There's a comfort that we know that they're saved, that they've put their faith and trust in Jesus. And
yeah, and the cool part about that is as a dad, you want the best for your kids, and with our society nowadays, everything's about fame and fortune and all that, right, the worldly values. And it's hey, you know what, if I can just live a life that's towards God, but if I can have my kids do that too, that's a win. So I don't care what my kids do for work or how much money they make and all that stuff. As long as they got the trust in God and they're reading the Bible, that's done, check, win.
That's a win.
Life's going to be hard regardless, so you choose your hard, right? And having God being there to back your play, and you just keep digging and digging and digging. And so anybody that's having a hard time in life, you are going to have a storm, if not multiple storms, your entire life. So you choose how you're going to do that battle, right? Is it going to be going this route, or are you going to go, hey, you know what? I'm going to trust God. He's building me up for something, right?
Reading the Bible, there's so many stories about how there were really hard times, but God was there with you and got you through it. And I lived that in my life, and I want to share that with people too. He's going to be there, and He's going to walk you through it.